Kenny, who is sharing with Deputy Coppinger, and they have a total of 9 minutes.
Yeah, I'd like to welcome to this debate on the issue of orphan drugs. I think it's an ongoing debate since I was elected in this Dáil in February 2016. I think this amendment will go in some way of trying to give equity for those that are living with rare conditions in Ireland. And I think what has brought this issue probably to the fore was those living with cystic fibrosis and the campaign for Orkambi. And you know, since then we have parents, those living with rare diseases, constantly having to protest and highlight their situation. And there's kind of probably 2 drugs that that I've kind of got to know as such, and those that are living is the drug Kuvan and Speranza. And the drug Kuvan is for those that are living with PKU in Ireland. And the drug Kuvan is readily available in Europe, and bizarrely enough, for those that have PKU in Ireland, cannot get the drug. What's even more bizarre is actually the drug is actually made in Ireland. And same with most of these drugs, actually they're manufactured in Ireland, yet Irish citizens can't get them, which is quite incredible. And it seems incredulous that parents are forced to fundraise, forced to go public, forced to beg in some ways, and forced to get access. And I think that's quite incredible. And some of these pharmaceutical companies get huge grants from the IDA. They get low levels of corporate tax. So Big Pharma has governments and patients over a barrel. And these companies make vast profits. In the last 15, 20 years, pharmaceutical companies have grown exponentially across the world because there's huge money and huge profits in drugs. And it's probably no exaggeration to say public perception and the evaluation of orphan drugs is not fair. And just to kind of, I read this, the Joint Committee on Health on Reporting and Evaluating Drugs. This was published in February this year. It's actually a really good document. Some of the documents that obviously are published in the Dáil probably never see the light of day. But I would encourage anybody else, it's a really good piece of work. And some of the recommendations, I'll just read them out because it's bang on the money here. Changing the evaluation process, more patient participation, a review of the 2013 Act itself, that's what we're speaking today, reimbursement and pricing, compassionate use, quality of adjusted life, so that the NCPE process is revised and replaced, because this is at the heart of the debate. State involvement over the research and development element of orphan drugs, otherwise we'll be on the back foot with regard to funding. I think that's really important piece of that piece of work from the Joint Committee, that the state should have a role in drugs manufacturing, socialising of medicine and research and so forth. And like what it comes back to is this is you know, this is about life and death, and nobody has a monopoly on compassion, regardless of what side you're on. Nobody, you know, in this house, and everybody wants to see the best for, you know, the people that we engage with and the people that need this medicine. But something is absurd that forces families to have to campaign to get medication that, you know, when their life is at risk, they cannot get that because it comes down to money. And that's, to me, and I think to most people, that would seem extremely absurd. And medicine has made astronomical strides for humankind. But when it comes to profits, it has made strides backwards. And I think that's when people look at the whole perception of medicine, where people cannot get access to that medicine, that's absurd in this day and age. So we'd be welcoming this bill.